Hi y'all, it's Chris with Show Up Fitness. Today we're going to go over frequently asked questions that we've been receiving for the Show Up Fitness Personal Training Internship. A lot of inquiries, excited about our growth, largest class yet. Our next one starts April 1st, 2019. So I'm going to go over everything from A to Z so you have clear expectations and what you will get once you complete the course. So the length, we have semester A and semester B. One focuses on shoulder anatomy, one focuses on hip anatomy. They are completely different. Both are 2 months in length. Majority of students decide to go to A and B. You can choose though. The class sizes are usually between anywhere from 5 to 10 students. We're going to cap it out about 15. We have 9 right now. The structure is Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you think 8 a.m. is early, get used to the life of a trainer. You're going to have 4 a.m.s and 5 a.m. So 8 is perfectly fine. We are located in Los Angeles. There's traffic. We do have free parking. You get to class at 8 a.m. We have a refrigerator. We have a bathroom. It's a classroom setting. So the classroom is inside of the gym. You can see people training while you're in class, but it's not a distraction. We go off of a PowerPoint. We have a big-ass TV. We've got our whiteboard. We have our skeleton, books and everything. You sit down, we go over notes, misconceptions, articles, current events, Instagram, classroom discussion. About 10 o'clock we take a break, a little caffeine in you. You come back from about 10:15 to 11, we'll continue to go over notes. I do send out all the notes. Some students decide to take notes with a pen, notepad, with the iPad, all that stuff today. You can do that. Some people record the lectures, whatever makes it best learning environment for yourself. Then we go into the lab, and the structure for the lab is Monday through Wednesday I will design the workouts. So for example, this week students were doing chest and biceps. Tuesday they did back and triceps, and then Wednesday was shoulder and legs. Thursday we have like an open lab where you work with other trainers. So today 2 trainers for Show Up Fitness working with the hinge pattern, 2 trainers for Show Up Fitness working with the push pattern. You're working out every single day, setting PRs, taking your body out of the comfort zone, because you got to learn to push yourself if you want to be able to push your clients as well. Practice what you preach, right? So the material, we go over NSCA, ACSM, and NASM, the 3 most respected and sought after certifications. ACSM wrist stratifications. The material that you will get is you get a Segan Adams anatomy book. We use the NASM 6th edition just because everyone wants that cert. If you want to get that certification at the end, we have a very high success rate passing it, like 99%. I've only had 1 student in my tenure not pass it. You're not required to though. If you want to train for Show Up Fitness, I suggest you don't take it. I don't want you to take it because it's just a piece of paper. If you want to go to a Crunch and Equinox, a 24-hour, then you need to get that certification. So we prep many people to take it, and they pass it with flying colors. So you do get this as part of class. You also get AED CPR. It's part of the cost. You also in class, we're going to learn anatomy, physiology, in-depth shoulder anatomy, 17 muscles around the shoulder. You have about 40 around the hip. We go over all those, the origins, insertions, the actions, planes of motion. Business development, we've successfully opened up 3 gyms. So how much does a barbell cost? What about a cable system? What about turf? What about mirrors? We go over all the ins and outs, business development as well as business plans to make you successful. If you want to open your own gym, we've had students open up gyms in West Hollywood, really successful. So it's neat to go talk with them as well, but also to learn how to open up a gym. We are not accredited. That was one of our legal issues that we had. That Show Up Fitness Internship versus Academy. In my book, I talk about Academy. It's the same thing, but the name has just changed. So we've never been accredited. You will not get a Show Up Fitness certification because you do not need that. People don't understand in the fitness industry that you don't need that piece of paper. You just need liability insurance. As I stated earlier, all of the trainers at Show Up Fitness, they are not certified. I do not want them to get NASM certified. Why pay a company a bunch of money when you don't need it? And in page 552 in the NASM textbook, they even tell you don't need to get certified. All you need is limited liability insurance. What happens if you miss a class? I send out the slides. I've had students miss weeks, 2 weeks to be exact, because of vacation and being sick. I don't encourage it, The name of the company is Show Up, so it's best if you show up every day, and the most successful trainers are the ones who show up daily. I do send out the notes, and I will make sure that you're getting all the information. Like I said before, Monday through Thursday is class, but I'm here pretty much all the time, same with trainers, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so you're more than welcome to shadow and take on opportunities of training. English is a second language. Right now we have students, Mexico City, Moscow, Russia, Spain, one more, France. So we have 4 students, so it's very eclectic group, all ages as well. 18 to 72 is the oldest I've ever had. We're all young, so the thing is we're constantly able to learn if you'd like to. So it's meant for all bodies, it doesn't matter the age. English is a second language again, I do speak kind of fast, I drink a lot of coffee, but I've had a lot of successful students that English has been almost their 3rd language. Anatomy is going to be your 4th language, so it's not going to be easy, just like anything, you got to put the time in. How could you potentially train to pay off tuition? So as long as you get your limited liability insurance, you can train while you're in class. We have trainers and training pricing, $35 to $50 per session. If you find a client, you can train them and you can put that towards the cost for the internship. We are hoping to offer class for just the down payment of $500 and then be able to give students their own clients and they'll just be able to pay for the internship. We're working on that little by little. Homework, anatomy. So there is homework. It's not like I graded or anything like that. You do have little quizzes, but again, not graded or anything like that. It's just to hold yourself accountable. They say that every hour of anatomy you learn, you should spend about 3 hours just practicing it and going over it. So if you want to really understand this stuff, you're going to need to spend some time outside of class. We have little study groups. I'm always around. The instructors are always around, which leads me to who is the instructor. It's mainly myself, but as we open up locations in San Diego and San Francisco, we will bring on instructors who are qualified. They will understand the material and go through it thoroughly. They'll have to go through like being a teacher's assistant, and so it's not just going to throw random people in there. The material is science-based. So it's not the show-up fitness way, it's the way of science. So we go over the movement patterns. You squat, you hinge, you push, you pull, you carry, work with breathing mechanics, we go over nutrition, so all the material will be the same per location. Who's our competition? So AFNA, American Fitness and Nutrition Academy, I believe, NPTI, National Personal Training Institute. Those are schools or an internship. If you go there, you don't get to train actual clients. You train classmates. So the thing I always say, I used to teach at NPTI for almost 7 years. Students are training each other. You're never going to train, rarely are you going to train someone who's in that good a shape. Like right now we have a student who's training someone who's 42 on a BMI. So they're morbidly obese. The workout you will not be able to find in your NASM textbook. So getting those repetitions is really important. And we don't just throw you out there. You get your insurance, you shadow trainers, you take on, we call them our lab rats, clients who have been with us for a long time and they like working with students. You have to go through 20 hours of supervised training before you even take on one of those opportunities. You got to shadow a lot of people. I write out all the programs in the beginning until you're comfortable. So those other places that are more expensive, they're longer. I think NPTI is 6 months, AFNA is 8 months. So you go to school longer, it costs more, and you don't get the real life experience. And it's just one association. It's either NASM, NSCA, or ACSM. One of the three. Where here we go over all three. We go over NASM, we go over NSCA, strength side of stuff, and then the coronary artery disease risk stratification with ACSM. My suggestion is if you check out other schools or if you go to, if you think you should get NASM certified, it's a great question. And obviously I'm biased, but what you should do is interview students who have graduated. How are they doing? How much are they making? That's an important thing. If you want to make this a career, why don't you get recommendations and referrals, references, so you can check with them, not referrals, references, where you can find out if they're successful. How'd you like the class? How'd you like this teacher? So we have a lot of students that have gone through Show Up Fitness. You can ask them how they're doing. Some top trainers at Equinox. A lot of success stories, but you want to make sure it fits for you. Job placement, as I said, we work closely with Equinox. That's kind of the staple here in the greater LA area. The school is located in Los Angeles. There's free parking for the whole entire day. You don't have to worry about that. We are not online to date, which is 2019, February. Hopefully one day we will be, where you can buy some DVDs and so forth. We will hopefully have other locations in San Diego, San Francisco, and then start moving East Coast. I'd like to have 10 schools. Who are the instructors? As I said earlier, it's primarily myself right now. The 4 days in the week, Monday through Thursday, I will slowly start backing off my teaching so that we can open up more locations. And that is it. Show Up Fitness Personal Training Internship. We're located in Los Angeles on Sunset Boulevard, 7516. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you go to another spot and you are interviewing other places, as you should, ask that instructor, have you written a book? Do you know the 17 muscles of the shoulder? Do you work with nutrition? And you get to train people while you're in class because you do at Show Up Fitness.